As a PlayStation gamer, you might be wondering, is there any chance to play Starfield on the PS5? After all, Bethesda has recently been bought by Microsoft. Nevertheless, one can wonder if there's still hope for PS5 fans. On one hand, titles like Horizon Zero Dawn, Death Stranding or God of War are no longer completely PlayStation exclusive. After some years, they've at least been released for the PC as well. In addition, games like Rise of the Tomb Raider, Cuphead or Ori and the Blind Forest, which were initially Xbox exclusives, can now also be played on other platforms. Well, there's a crucial difference between Starfield and these titles, which I'll talk about in a moment. And when you get right down to it, since the gigantomaniacal purchases of Activision Blizzard and Bethesda, there's been no real precedent yet on how to handle their major releases when it comes to Xbox exclusives. More on that in a moment. Existing games that already run on other platforms are expected to remain available there. That goes for titles like Ghostwire Tokyo or even Fallout 76, for example. But how that will look for future sequels, say Fallout 5 or the next The Elder Scrolls, there's no certainty on that yet, even if I personally honestly have a firm opinion about that. Microsoft has spent billions tying major game IPs to the Xbox brand. After all, it wasn't that long ago that gamers and analysts were always wondering why Microsoft couldn't manage to release important exclusive titles. Whether it was Zelda, Mario or The Last of Us, the exclusive games of other manufacturers were always talk of the town when they were released, and led to increasing relevance of the corresponding platforms. Quite opposite of games like Crackdown 3 or Bleeding Edge. Phil Spencer's team probably was fed up with that situation at some point and changed its strategy. After all, their parent company has enough dough. While Sony or Nintendo need the games to sell their hardware, Microsoft now makes the content the central commodity and primarily sells subscriptions, just like Netflix does. All exclusive games appear in Xbox Game Pass from day one, for Xbox consoles but also for the PC, and even on iOS and Android via cloud gaming. How consistently Microsoft invests in this strategy is also shown by the fact that Sony will refrain from including exclusives in the subscription for the upcoming PS Plus relaunch upon their release. Relying consistently on income from subscriptions is quite expensive, even if it could be the more promising strategy in the long run. And since Activision Blizzard and Bethesda are now part of Xbox Game Studios, there is a crucial difference to the games mentioned, such as Cuphead or Ori. These were made by third-party developers who at the time guaranteed a limited Xbox exclusivity in return for financial compensation. Games from the company's own Xbox Game Studios like Gears of War, Sea of Thieves or Forza Horizon have never been released for other platforms, and it can be assumed that the same will be true for the newly acquired developers. Moreover, it has already been officially stated that Starfield is to be an Xbox exclusive game. So we have to face the truth. The chances of Starfield coming to the PS5 at some point after all, and thus no longer being Xbox exclusive, are extremely slim, to say the least.